Hi, Phil Aston here from Now Spinning Magazine, and this is part of a series that I do every so often where I feature an unbox CD box sets or any box set that you may have missed first time around, because there are so many of them there that just disappear. As you know, I still haven't managed to get a copy of Live and Dangerous by Thin Lizzy, but this one you might still be able to find, sometimes at a very good price on eBay, but it is one of my favourite box sets from a band that, you know, many people have forgotten about. It is Spooky Tooth, and this is the Island Years, an anthology from 1967 to 1974. This is the kind of thing that Esoteric would do now, but this was done by Universal when they were really into doing like these kind of CD box sets. Anyway, let's have a look and I'll show you what it looks like. Spooky Tooth, The Island Years, an anthology from 1967 to 1974. Great sturdy box this. All the track listings are on the back. You can still get this if you look online, especially on eBay. It was about £75 to start with, but you can get it a lot cheaper than that, but it's superb. So I'm going to pull all the discs out to start with and then look through them. The first one, of course, what they've done here, because this is art, supernatural fairy tales is part of the story, and it's so good. It's one of Tony Iommi's favourite albums that they included this, and everything has got a little gatefold sleeve, loads of bonus tracks. The discs are from the inside of the gatefold sleeves. So that's the first one, Supernatural Fairy Tales, actually under the banner of art. The next one then, of course, is Spooky Tooth, which is It's All About, gatefold as well. I don't know if you can see that, but look how many bonus tracks there are. It's just brilliant, and the remastering is just stunning. And then one of the classic albums from the period. This should have launched them into superstardom. This is one of the best rock albums from this period. I should talk about this more in the review, but it's Spooky 2, lots of bonus tracks. They've all got gatefolds. I mean, the guys look just so cool on this fantastic album. This one isn't. Ceremony, Misunderstood, and if you read the story about what happened on this album, this is the one that basically torpedoed their career, really. Well, I'll talk about this more in the review. Featuring Mike Harrison, The Last Puff is, again, it's a good album, got some great trucks, especially great trucks. I Am the Walrus. One of my favourites is Witness. I think this is superb. Mick Jones, who went on to being Foreigner, is on that. These might not be in total order, actually, as I get them out of the box. You Broke My Heart, So I Busted Your Jaw. Great album. And an almost AOR USA rock with The Mirror. And then the basically Holy Grail, a Spooky Tooth live album from 1973, which sounds great. There's also a poster, which I'll just show you, which is basically of Art's Supernatural Fairy Tales at the back. And then the book. And it's a lovely book. Oh, sorry, get it back in focus. A lovely glossy book with absolutely tons of information. And this is what, to me, it's the icing on the cake. Look at the text is tiny because there was a big story to tell, and they've not just summed up stuff by saying, oh, the band were blah, blah, blah. This is the full story, and the research, the photographs, the press cuttings, the information. If you're into rock history and want to catch up on some of the lesser known names from the period, this is how it should be done. Great photographs, helping you to almost close your eyes and imagine that you're there witnessing this band unfold in front of you. Absolutely great band. From the timeline at the back, you've got all the information, the tracks, etc. It folds out into the end, and I shall now talk about the review and tell you what I think of the sound and the remastering. So that is Spooky Tooth, The Island Years, 1967 to 1974. And as you've just seen, it's so well put together, you know, with these gatefold sleeves. I mean, on this one, when they're called Art, Supernatural Fairy Tales, fantastic, isn't it? Fantastic piece of psychedelic UK driven rock pop music. This is one of Tony Iommi's favourite albums, I believe. And there's so many extra tracks on here. Ariel Bender, you know, they're all young kids. The second one, the second one in the box set, but the first Spooky Tooth album, which has got nearly 9 or 10 extra tracks on here. Some fantastic stuff, really. Society's Child, Sunshine Help Me, which is off one of those early Island samplers, wasn't it? Nice Enough to Eat. And then an album I have on vinyl, which is Spooky 2. This is such an important rock album, British rock album. Every home should have one of these. This is like, they dropped the ball after this, but when they made this, they had all the balls in the air, literally. 1969. I'm not saying they could have been as big as Led Zeppelin. What I'm saying is that this album was as important and as Led Zeppelin. It was that good. It really, really was. You know, the vocals, the riffs. Yeah, the riffs. Waiting for the Wind, Feeling Bad, I've Got Enough Heartaches, Evil Woman. God, the guitar playing by Ariel Bender on that. Luther Grosvenor, as he was known then. Lost in My Dream. That Was Only Yesterday. Better By You, Better Than Me, covered by Judas Priest. Hang My Shell on a Tree. Those 8 songs are absolutely faultless. And you've got Feeling Bad, and I Can't Quit Her, Blues Town, BBC Radio 1, Top Gear Sessions. You've got more live tracks. You've got different mixes. This version of this album, the guy's voice, the vocals, the keyboards, the guitars, it's fantastic. What hell could go wrong? This happened, ceremony. They'd written the music, and then somebody had an idea of giving it to some avant-garde French experimental artist to do his stuff, and basically all he did was he just recorded his things over the top of a Spooky Tooth album, and his stuff was too loud. And basically, this is one of the situations where this cover is well known, and if I say it's absolutely awful, it's unlistenable, somebody now out there will go, I must hear this. And you'll just listen to it and think that some of it's unlistenable. There are moments, I think on the Best of Spooky 2 album, I think there's a track called Offering or something where they've managed to take out a slither of it that sounds quite emotional. But there are parts of it where it just does not work. So all the kids bought this, couldn't wait for the follow-up. This band were going to be massive, one of the top rock bands in the world, and then basically they destroyed their career by releasing that. And then they tried to catch up. They tried to get back with The Last Puff, which has got, is this the one with, it is, isn't it? I Am the Walrus, one of the best covers of any Beatles song ever done, ever, since the history of time. I think even Paul McCartney rang up Island Records to say he'd never heard anyone cover one of their songs so well, but I Am the Walrus. It's a heavy, almost vanilla fudge type song. My second favourite after Spooky 2, Spooky Tooth album is Witness, which has Mick Jones from Foreigner on guitar. I absolutely love this. Great album. You Broke My Heart, So I Busted Your Jaw is another goodie, as you've just seen. And then the one that almost turned them into an AOR rock band from 1974 is The Mirror. Some great stuff on that. And in a way, the holy grail for Spooky Tooth fans was the fact that they found a live album from 1973 and put it on, which is superb. So, as you've seen, it's got a great booklet, great poster from Art and stuff, but I just love the voice. Mike Harrison has got such a fantastic emotional voice, but all about Spooky Tooth. But it's Spooky 2. Spooky 2. It's an absolutely fantastic. So if you can find this, it's an essential part of your British rock collection or historical documents from that period. It really is. If you don't want to get that, listen to that. And I think it sounds like nothing else. I think it's the lost link between Free, same label, and yeah, Zeppelin, Humble Pie and Free. Yeah, probably more Humble Pie and Free, but that kind of like gritty, soulful rock music from that period. Fantastic stuff. So thank you for watching, thank you for being here, thank you for supporting Now Spinning Magazine, and I really appreciate all your messages and emails, etc. Please consider becoming a patron to help support me and grow the channel and the website even more. So take care. Remember, music is the healer and the doctor, and I shall see you very soon.